Okay, I'm having some issues with my camera setup, so you won't be able to see my face as I'm going through this video. But what I want to do is just walk you through a tool that I've been using for the last month. It's called Kondo. And what problem it solves is how horrible the LinkedIn messaging inbox experience is, how easy it is to fall behind, how hard it is to use like templates and snippets. So the tool is called Kondo, and they're positioning themselves as Superhuman for LinkedIn. If you don't know what Superhuman is, it launched about 4 or 5 years ago, I think, to help you get to inbox zero in your Gmail, or I think it works with Outlook as well. However, I didn't really like Superhuman. I guess I was okay with using Gmail more than needing to learn a whole new way of managing my email. Whereas with LinkedIn, I hate the inbox experience, and especially if you're running outbound and your inbox looks busy. So like this is just my inbox over the last few weeks because I'm connecting with people, sending messages to people, catching up with people as well. There's lots of messages. So these are all from just 2 days ago. So I've still got lots to get through, and it's quite hard to see them all in one pane here. So the tool is called Kondo. It allows you to label your messages. It allows you to have shortcuts, set reminders, and it all uses shortcodes as well. So it takes a little bit of learning what the different shortcodes are, but I'll walk through how I would use it. Now, you can log in on their website, but what they have also created is almost like a standalone web app, which is still running through Chrome. This is a shortcut in my my taskbar at the bottom. And now you can see all of the messages, all the conversations in my LinkedIn. So this is my LinkedIn inbox, but it looks very, very different. So I'm just going to add a filter here and put this to waiting for my reply. So these are all the messages that I need to get back to. This little blue dot here means that it's unread. Others I may have read by accident, which happens a lot on LinkedIn. And this is what I need to work through. So I won't spend the rest of this video replying to all these people, but what I can show you real quick is if I just go back to Chrome, these are people that connected with me recently. I'm automating that part of the process with Dripify, which I recorded a separate video about. I'll probably record a whole video from beginning to end. But Robin is a new connection as of the 23rd of as of yesterday. So what I can do actually to start the message with Robin, now I'm tracking it here. I've just copied Charlie's name, sorry, not Robin. I go to Kondo, and what I'm going to do is use one of their shortcuts, which is to compose. So I'm just going to close this down. I'm hitting C on my keyboard, and now I can just paste in Charlie's name. I can hit enter. And now I'm at the beginning of my message with Charlie. So one of the other great features of Kondo is their snippets. So all I need to do is hit the semicolon key on my keyboard. And I've got all of these saved messages here, or saved snippets. So the one I'm going to send to Charlie right now is new connection. Now, usually what I do is send a quick message like this, and then I want to have a quick look at Charlie's profile to see if there's anything on there that I can kind of personalize the next part of my message. So another shortcut, sorry, that I can use is I. When I hit I, it's going to open Charlie's LinkedIn profile for me. So I've just hit I. I've not had to move my mouse or click around. And now that I can see that Charlie is supports a team, I guess, University of Arts London, I'm just going to have a look. And what I'm looking for is just something that I can personalize my message to. Very proud. So social media publishing strategy, freelance. So he's freelance for 4 years, for 4 months at Dazen. Also sport value token. Host sports. Yeah, he's really, really into his sports. I enjoy sports, but I'm not really into them. My protein. Okay, Juventus, so that's probably who he had in the picture. But there's nothing really jumping out here. So I want to look back at his experience and just see how long he's been fractional for. So it looks like maybe just over a year. And that's, as you know, the core audience for generating pipeline and the vault. So this is the kind of campaign that I'm looking for. Manchester. So remote. So I can see he's been working consulting as a fractional CMO. So I'm going to go back to Kondo. Okay, now the next shortcut that I can use, if I just open this menu again, actually there's a shortcut to open that menu. Let me show you. So if I just hover over it, it's question mark. I just want to label this as a potential prospect, this person as a potential prospect, and then archive it. So if I'm looking for label, it is, I know it's L because I've used it a lot, so apply a label. And then if I want to archive, it's E, okay? So if I go here and press L, I can select the appropriate label. In this case, it's prospect, hit apply, and then I'm going to archive by hitting E. That then takes me back to the kind of the main inbox, where because I was sending a message to a new person, it didn't continue through the inbox. So that's how to compose a message, use a snippet, label them and archive them. Now let's talk about speeding through your DMs. So I've got Ricky here. Ricky's a good kind of like business friend of mine. So yeah, you don't have to read the message, but okay, I'm just going to archive that, and then that automatically lets me go to the next one. So so now I'm here, so it's like, also, I'm terrible at spelling sometimes, but what I've been seeing people say online is that if you do make a couple of typos or you speak more casually, then people think it's more authentic, or you use abbreviations like at the moment, or by the way. For some reason, I either get the L-E-Y or E-L-Y wrong, and then also when I'm typing, and I'm typing quickly, the first two letters are usually capitalized, and I don't know why it is. I think I'm just trying to do everything too fast, but it's okay for it to look. It's okay for it to not be perfect. Is I guess the lesson there. So this one here, when I don't really know where to go with it, and just to show you as an example, I'm going to leave another type of message, which is my content leave behind. So by the way, I produce a fair amount of content about sales and marketing, fractional executive consultant. So if you have any questions, do let me know. I'll be happy to share content that could help. Speak soon. So this is my approach to LinkedIn, because I'm connecting with a lot of people, and then sending a lot of messages like this, and I'm not really trying to pitch people. Some people either have a look at my profile and go, oh, that's interesting, and I may ask a question about it. And also what I'm doing is fairly subtly saying, I can help with sales and marketing for fractional execs and consultants. So I'm just putting that out there. The other reason that I want to connect with so many people that fit my ICP is that eventually they will start to see my content, and my content should be showing up in their feed. So it's definitely a long game, but you can't control how quickly people respond to you. But if you increase the volume, there's more chances that you reach out to somebody at the right time. And I think that's what it's all about. So I'm just going to archive him. And then this is Andreas, will do. Should be on the 30th. Okay. Archive. So you can see how quickly I'm getting through these messages. Now, Ezekiel was trying to see if I want a partner. Maybe I'm not in the mood or maybe the zone for talking about partnership conversations. So what I'm just going to do is label Ezekiel as a potential partner, hit enter, and then move on. So this is B. So Holly has asked, this is one of the other messages that I send in my outreach, where I say, would you like a pitch slap, or would you like a link to a resource that might be able to help you find clients? So I usually just type great, here it is, great to hear, great option. And then I'm going to go into my snippets, and I've already got the thing, which is booster. and I can just type revenue boosters, and that's sent. I haven't got a label on Holly, so I'm just gonna label, and then I'm gonna archive. So like I said, it does take a little while to get used to the shortcuts, but once you do, you can speed through your LinkedIn inbox really, really quickly. And this makes a huge difference when you are sending a lot of outreach and you are connecting with a lot of people. The last thing I want to mention as well is that you can actually record voice notes live from Kondo without having to use your mobile phone, which is traditionally the only way to actually send voice notes on LinkedIn. So here I'm just I hit V on my keyboard, and now I'm gonna hit space, and that's already started recording. Now, of course, I'm just recording this audio here, so I'm not gonna send it to Abbas. But what I could do is just hit space again when I've finished, and now if I hit enter on my keyboard, I've recorded a voice note, and can send it all without touching my mouse or picking up my mobile. So it's a really, really great feature, and I think voice notes are not used enough. I'm still testing it at the moment with the audience to see what lands and what doesn't. But yeah, definitely worth giving it a go. Again, the product is called Kondo. When you sign up for it, you will be onboarded by the founder. You book a call with the founder, Mitchell, and he'll walk you through how to set it up. He'll take you through all the shortcuts and all of the features. And it was really, really helpful. I then had, I think, a 14-day free trial. And as soon as my trial ended, I paid for the yearly subscription because I just knew how valuable it would be for me and how quickly it would speed up my processes. So Kondo, give it a go and let me know what you think. All right, speak to you soon.